That's what I did. And house music didn't work. House music didn't hurt at all at either. That's my shit. But I told her, don't cry. You'll bounce back. It just take time. That's all. I felt
Well,
so bad because this was my road dog. Me and her was like road buddies. She damn near on a cane in a damn wheelchair right now, and she what? Maybe a year or two older than me. And
well, well, let's back up a little bit. Um, I I tell you what this brings to mind for me. Um, and it's something that I'm glad you bring this up. Uh, you're what you are discussing is, and it's hard. It's hard, cousin Ennis. It's hard.
it is
You're not gonna be able to uh you everybody can't move at your speed.
exactly.
They can't. And if your friend is serious, she got to be serious about what you serious about.
Exactly.
You serious about eating vegetables. You serious about drinking water. You serious when you get serious about these things, because I run into this with older friends of mine. Uh we sold a washer and dryer we had a couple years back. And the man that came to get it was struggling with high blood pressure,
Mm.
diabetes. Uh, 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 he was starting to have uh, uh, circulation problems, and his hair was white. He was breathing hard. He was a much bigger man than me, maybe 6'2", 6'3", but
Mhm.
he was really, really not in good physical shape. The dryer was still plugged up, and we had slid the dryer halfway out, and somebody needed to get back there. I just leaped over the dryer, unplugged it, and leaped back over. And
Mhm.
he was like, "Wow, young man, I used to be able to do that, but I'm 56 now." I said, "Brother, I'm 56 too.
Exactly.
I'm 56 too. It's what you have decided to do with your body. It's what you have decided to do with your food, with your time. If you don't make other decisions, you're not going to get other results."
No, sure ain't.
Pretty much.
And that's what people want to uh make the same decisions and get other results.
Mm,
And
it's insanity.
I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. And I don't even think that's possible. So what has to happen is, if your friend is so damn serious about making changes for herself, then aim her at Ty's Conscious Kitchen. Aim her at osainsbotanicals.com. I'll put that up. And get in touch with my boy who is an herbalist. It You can't just woe is me yourself out of the
Exactly.
situation you in.
Exactly. Because these are the ones. This friend, she was a good friend, but she was one of them woe is me kind of chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I refuse. I refuse to have a pity party for anybody when you
Sure.
could help your own damn self. You feel me? If I could do it, hell, you could do it too. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, but um, that person, since now she down and out and stuff, she's not gonna get into it because she'll feel like it's too late for her, and it's never too late to get yourself in shape.
Well,
Get yourself,
I,
you know
I
what I'm saying?
It sounds like, it sounds like you already, which I should know from knowing you, that you have your guilt distance measured perfectly.
Exactly.
Whereas some people measure their guilt distance wrong and wind up feeling guilty for too long for something someone else is doing. When uh, um, the 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 truth is that because she thinks she can't is the only reason that she can't.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to be able to step outside of that and see it and look over at it and not get your arm caught in it. So many of us, because I love you, I got my arm, even if it's only to worry. I can't worry. Once I give you the facts and I know that you can read,
and I'm done with it.
I gotta have the courage to be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it really does it really does feel like you are in that place. Now, this was something you wanted to talk about, and I'm sure everybody has a group of feelings on it. So I'm gonna open the floor up to talk about the Cat Williams interview. Understand that this does not prejudice my view on your view at all. I know the brother personally. I have written for him, hung out with him, been the benefactor of his benevolence. And I don't, but I can look at things objectively, as you will hear in my, after I close it out with what y'all talking about. I'm going to go last, but definitely take it around the horn, people. This was Cousin Annis wanted to talk about the Cat Williams interview.
Yeah,
and,
I want to know what the fellas think and you on this, of that interview, because it was deep for me.
Right.
I mean, I've been to Cat Williams concert up in Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna go to the next one, May the 10th. It's gonna be in Philly. I think I'm gonna go to this one.
You gotta check him out.
Because he called Kevin Hart out. And you know, Kevin is from Philly, and see what's gonna happen, and see if he gonna stand strong when Cat called him out. What he gonna do? Is they gonna go head to head by joke to joke, which would be great, or will they get in the ring? I doubt if they get in the ring and fight. I say go joke to joke.
Okay. Now, pass it around. Who's anybody? Stanley. Yeah, go ahead. What's on your mind?
As far as the little bit I've seen of it, because I haven't made the time to actually watch the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I will, because I don't get too caught up in people who really don't have much to do with what I got going on. So honestly, Cat really hasn't been saying anything new. He's been saying this stuff for years. Because most people haven't been paying attention. The stuff he's been saying about Steve Harvey, he's not the first one to say it.
Nope.
People just gotta pay attention. If people pay more attention to images than the actual character of a person or what they show you, and if you're really paying attention to how they really present themselves, you can see a lot of stuff. You see a lot of red flags. It really don't matter to me because I don't deal with those people on a daily basis. So whatever they're doing is whatever they're doing. If they're doing something foul, it's gonna come out one way or another. Just like the stuff about him and Ricky Smiley, or him talking about Puffy and Jermaine Dupri and all that stuff. I'm like, that stuff been out for decades, but people too busy bobbing their head to pay attention to the foul stuff that's going on in the background. And they want to say, when people come out and actually speak on it, they want to label them crazy. They want to say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They too caught up in what their idea of celebrity is. They're too caught up in fantasy land. Those people are people. They do foul shit. They're not above getting criticized or getting called out, even though they try to act like they are. So I think he's speaking from frustration, dealing with that industry, I guess. Knowing what people have done to actually get to what they consider the top, and people acting like it's all good when a lot of this stuff ain't. It never has been. Where people will sell their soul for fame and fortune. We see it all the time. We act like that's what we consider making. And making it is subjective to everybody and everybody's situation. Some people are greedy behind the dollar. All right. That fiat currency is worth less than the paper it's printed on. So what does that really mean at the end of the day? Just because you got more coupons than the next person? Good for you.
Wow.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything productive with it? Or are you just having it just so you can say you can brag about it?
Okay.
I think people need to check into characters more than images. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. Stan, what's on your mind, bro?
Yeah, I like the first piece of that, what True just said, man. A lot of people know this stuff been going on, and he has been saying this for a while, but people haven't been listening. I think people are more comfortable with walking around with a veil on. And I know they call it, they saying that he hating, he pocket watching, he bitter, but I don't ride that train, you know what I'm saying, per se. What I see is, or what I gathered from it, because I'm an energy person myself, the energy that I felt in his passion was the same energy that you would have if you're having to talk to a parent or an authority figure when you know they're wrong and you have to stand up for yourself because you know that they're wrong. You know what they're doing is wrong. And I'm thinking and believing that he's been looking at Hollywood through his rear view and seeing that you don't have to do the things that y'all have done to get where y'all at. You could do it the righteous way. Because the fact that y'all don't want it to do it the righteous way, y'all want to take the shortcut. People like me who see through that BS, I don't have no respect for them. I don't care how big they is, and I don't care how many people like them. Just like I don't care how many people like me, and I don't care how many people believe me, because I stand on what I stand on what I say. You know what I mean? Period.
Sure. Okay. That's real talk. That's easily understandable. Now, to get into my man's interview and answer that question, I'm gonna answer I am your God's question second. Here's how I felt about the Cat Williams interview. Number one, from a professional standpoint, flat fucking genius. It's genius to shut down the internet and get free advertising for wherever he's gonna go next. Number two, I commend Cat Williams for what I would like to call printing his own money. Cat Williams basically prints his own money. As long as he is faithful to the people he fuck with and that fuck with him, Cat Williams don't need to go on the radio, TV. He ain't got to take no regular channels to get to his people. That's genius. That's that shit Prince was on. That's that shit he has worked tirelessly on. So he is allowed to say the most outrageous, outlandish shit that other people wouldn't dare say because they're afraid of getting canceled. How you gonna cancel Cat Williams? A man who prints his own money. This is where we all, in my opinion, need to be getting to. We need to be getting to the place where we are autonomous. and to where we don't need to plug into this bullshit in order to survive. I thought that Cat's words were they speak of what he said that was inaccurate or hyperbole.
Mhm.
His inaccuracies and hyperbolas add up to distinctions without differences. And I mean this. Right or wrong, is there child trafficking going on in this fucked up town we in? Yes. Is there joke thievery from big comics to little comics going on?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I cannot tell you, brothers and sisters, on this panel and under the sound of my voice, I got you stole my joke dirt on a gang of comedians you think funny by themselves. From me.
Precious. Yep.
Real talk from me that is verifiable by video, where you can see them doing my jokes after me. Yes. How do I feel? And I think it is this anger that takes Cat to that place. As comedians, we are given the absolute liberty, the absolute privilege of being able to stand up and say whatever the hell is on our minds, our thoughts. We get to openly display our thoughts. Now, I don't know who's building a fucking house. Who's building a house?
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. We get to put our very thoughts up before the world.
Yeah.
So if I get on stage, what does that say? If I back away from my thoughts and I start using DL's thoughts, or I start using Tony Rock's thoughts, or Rodney Perry's thoughts, what does that say about what I say about my own thoughts? That some other man's thoughts are more powerful than my own?
Mm-hmm.
I carry too much arrogance. I carry too much confidence in myself. And people, I'm telling you, I done been booed the fuck off stage before. Absolutely. But I did. Before that'll happen, did it run across my mind to use another comic's jokes? Not once. Not once. Take it and learn from it. Taking and learn. What the hell? I gotta take this loss on the chin. So to for me, Cat didn't have to be entirely accurate in order to be truthful. Is he wrong as more things unfold about the people he's discussing? That's the question to ask. Now, I am your God asked, did you talk about your fellow brethren beefing, or are you staying out of the fray? I don't have to stay out of the fray. 76. And I don't have to avoid talking about my brethren beefing, because I take the position of the time we're in. The time we're in. It's far more about that than it is about them. The time we are in dictates that, nigga, if you got some bullshit in your closet, you better pull it out yourself. If you in the limelight, especially, you better pull it out yourself. Tennessee is the first state to start that I know of With mandatory DNA testing, we're going to see who these babies is. All the secrets finna come out. The bad people ain't going to be able to hide behind a lack of knowledge. The mistakes you made will be open for scrutiny. Do I think that Cat Williams is anointed to speak on it? No. I think it's time. Am I expecting Cat to be perfect at it? No. He's a human. No, that's not what I expect. I expect us as Tesseract thinkers to I expect Tesseract thinkers to extract the wisdom out of it and keep it moving. Now, I definitely got to address this. Dijon Fat Ash say y'all all take jokes. All means me, Dijon. You need to ask around. I done wrote for a gang of comics and myself. And that's the one thing I pride myself in saying is that kill or die. And I've done both. I'm not finna get up here with somebody else shit. For what? I write prolific enough to write for 4 or 5 comics at a time.
Think prolific enough to not have to do that.
Right. So all of us not doing it. I can tell you somebody else I ain't never see do it. Sinbad. Sinbad is also somebody you ain't never heard him complain about stealing his jokes because you can't. They're not even really jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They don't fit in the box of jokes.
This nigga just be up there talking and make you laugh. That's
And
Right.
murdering and don't say damn. So I don't even know if you can actually call what Sinbad does jokes. It's pure comedy. So he never had to worry about that. But to say we all do, no, I can't. I can't. Now, what's on your mind there, young Master Bruce?
I got some real shit on my mind. I'll make a little comment about the Williams, but I do got some real shit that we need to address.
No, right on. Well, hit them both. Hit them both. Go.
Hold on, let me get my house in order before I get to talk. It's all the screaming in my background.
You got to go out there and do some sheriff. Okay, you're gonna mute us while you do the sheriff work. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes you gotta get them kids in order.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, hold on. Oh, hold on to that thought. Just there. Just I got to stick. I got to poke Annis. I got speaking of that, Annis, the real truth, only nigga talk works on Maceo now. If I hit him with nigga talk, he get in line. Now, go ahead, Bruce.
Okay.
What's on your mind, brother?
So, when you talk about the NFL and all of us having our own shit,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what Cat be speaking on for the most part when he speak about how he speak it. So like brother said earlier, I don't think he has to be entirely accurate. Just know something funny is going on with something funny going on in this industry. And if you've been paying any attention and lived any type of lifespan, you understand that the funniest people ain't the people they put in front of you. So, that's about as much of a lesson as you need to know from that stuff.
Sure.
The other thing I really want to talk about is, have you heard about the media literacy law that just got passed in California?
No. Do tell, young man.
So, huh?
No, go ahead. Do tell.
Okay, so they passed a media literacy law for K through 12 in California. There's 2 bills, but they passed this one where they're going to give children training on where to get the truth from K through 12.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I
I
get it.
thought you could get the truth from the library.
But no, the problem is that the reason why something like that'll work is because the parents is already getting their truth. A lot of parents is already getting their truth from the BS mainstream media. So you know what I mean. The thing is, anytime my child come home with something that I know ain't the truth, I'm telling her off the muscle, don't believe that. And who you want to believe, them or me?
I tell you how you get the truth. Go on Ancestry.com. Put in your ancestry. Tell that truth. I already know mine. I even got the manifest of the people who owned my great grandfather, the Reeves in Dillon, South Carolina. And yeah, get that truth.
Yeah, but
My
that's not
great
far from me.
grandfather,
Do they
my
have
great
any?
grandfather was a house servant. Yep. The manifest. I got the manifest. I even downloaded that thing onto my phone to know where I came from. Seriously.
That's more of a programming type thing, so they could control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they know the narrative is getting out of their hands now.
Yeah.
You know they don't have control over it right now, cause their lies are all coming to light.
Exactly.
So this is another way to reprogram and have more control over the kids. Cause you get the kids, you screw them up for most of their life if they don't have nobody around them that will actually tell them the truth
Tell them any different, right?
with
Yeah.
evidence.
Yeah, because you know, grandmamas, big mamas, all them are gone. It's
Gone.
up to us and our generation to tell them the new millennials that's coming up where they came from and the truth. Yes, there's cotton. Yes, we picked it. Yes, yes. I keep cotton on my desk at work. And it's why you keep this cotton on your desk. I work for the Department of Treasury for the state of New Jersey. I keep cotton on my desk. You know why? Because I never picked no cotton. I don't know how to pick no cotton, but my grandmother, my oldest sister, my brother, my aunts and uncles, all them picked cotton. My mama, all them picked cotton. I was the only one that never picked cotton. And I never want to go out there and pick no cotton. Not no heat, because ain't no shade out there. Yes, tell these babies where the hell they came from, because if you don't, it's lost forever. For real. Tell them.
It's the same way that they want a bunch of effeminate men.
Yeah.
They don't fit. They can't fear that. They can control that. They can take them out with ease for the most part. They don't want no masculine men to challenge them. So yeah, it's just another grooming stage. It's just another way of grooming to me.
Right. Okay. So grooming, right? Let's get to that part of it because that's the most important part of it. Is anybody familiar with 1984?
Oh, is it George Orwell?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So there's a book called 1984. If you ain't got the time to read it, please listen to it. It's gonna take you about 10 hours and some change to even listen to it. That's where I listen to most of my stuff. But you can listen to it free on YouTube. And I say that to say this is the first bill passed where there's a thing called wrong think in 1984. Wrong think. And it sounds as fucked up as you can make it sound. In a place where there's freedom of speech, they also pass a bill where it's against the law to think against the government.
Mm-hmm.
To think against who?
The government.
Mm-hmm.
This is a wrong think bill. So
in
what's
what
going
state?
to end up? This is just right now. It's just in California, but you know, if California doing
as California goes, so does the whole country.
You're gonna push it nationwide.
So when they do this, I'm pretty sure that the next step is telling your children to tell on you if you think something is different. So if you
they already do that
January
to a degree.
6th was an inside job as an adult because you have eyes and you know Islam showed you within like 4 hours of it happening that the guards were letting people in and walking them around. If you say that is wrong think and you are speaking against the government and the government can come down to your house and arrest you.
Yeah, it's a way around that, though.
That's that.
Yeah, I'm saying not to cut you off, but I'm not gonna just tell them. I'm gonna show them where I get that information from and tell them, yeah, this ain't your daddy talking. This is this person talking.
Well, here's what I think, if I may, Bruce, real quick, what is a bit ready, fire, aim about pointing at a piece of a document that backs you up is that by the time you get to the document, you're on your way to the back of the car.
Right.
You defending
Oh.
yourself now. You are now in the defense mode of something that never should have been in the first place. I think
True.
that's kind of, I know when I hear you speak of what you're ready for in that vein, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is that it's like being ready. It's like being ready for a tsunami. Getting ready for a tsunami by getting you some scuba gear and some fans and some oxygen. When the truth is, nigga, this is a tsunami. So it does your readiness is about defense. When the thing to be is ready from an offensive standpoint. And I really want to know what you think that ready is, Bruce, when you get through. Just run that in the back of your head right now while you were finishing your thought. Go ahead.
Okay, so big cousin, I need you to go ahead and mute your phone while you baking whatever you
Somebody, yeah, is that you? Cutting Nannis?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's me. I'm sweeping. I'm back.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we got. Okay, go ahead, bro.
It's all up. So I just want that to sit. I really want to say that because the next move is kids turning their parents in for telling the truth. That's the next step. So they're going to get trained that whatever the media or the government narrative is the truth, and everything you say. And this is the second bill I've heard that does this, because there's already a bill on books from when Obama was president. Right before he left, there's a wrong think bill there too. Right now I forget what the name of it is, but when Obama left, he did the same thing where it was almost illegal for you to have an alternative version of what the media, what the narrative was that the government gave you. Which all of these bills are going to be eventually illegal, but the illegal doesn't stop them ever. It's never stopped them. Congress can't declare war. Congress has to declare war. And we've had several since I've been alive, and we call them wars, but none of them are actually wars. So the illegal and the illegal part of this doesn't even matter at this particular point because they already passed it. So I just want people to know as adults that they're now training your children that the next step is training your children that you're a liar. And you better not lie in your own house or your children are going to tell on you. I see the numbers and how many children, because my house is more littered with children than it is with adults. I see how it is to be the only man or one of the only men on the block that takes care of his children, and how my children or the children that leave from my house, nephews, little cousins, I see how the ones that listen to me are different than everybody else in their pack. So by the numbers, you being ready does so much. Just know that it's coming. If not, it's here. So whatever you're doing as a leader in your pack, you need to go ahead and turn that up because it's coming. The thought crimes are coming because you thought it is a crime. That is coming. No matter how free you feel right now, that is coming. As far as being prepared or being the hardest nigga on the block, look at what they did in Boston when the bombing happened. I don't know if people know how they caught the bombing, the marathon bomber for real. But what they really did in Boston, and Boston is a bigger city than the map gives it credit for. I think Boston has a couple million people in it. Let's say, I want to say like 2 million people in that.
Yeah, it's not a small town.
Yeah. So what they did to catch the Boston bomber is the police, every government agent unit basically got together and locked the entire city down. They made
Yes.
an announcement and told everybody in this amount of time, wherever you are is where you better stay. And when we catch you, if you try to move, we are going to arrest you. We are looking for this person. Y'all better not move. They told 2 million people at the exact same time and gave them like 30 minutes to an hour. Wiggle and don't move. And they locked the city down. They pulled up to every block with Bearcats and AR-15s and shotguns and went house to house and walked in your shit. And if you did not open your door, they kicked your door in, arrested you and everybody in the house, pulled you outside and went to your house how they felt like. That's how they did from house to house, block to block.
And they found them.
But for not for you, but fuck that they found him. They locked 2 million people down.
Now.
Right
now.
This was 6, 7, however many years ago it was now. This was 10 years ago. In one city, millions of people. Fuck that they found one guy. They told you, an American, to stay where you at or go to prison. And if they caught you trying to go from the car because you left your phone charger in the car, once they were on your block and you were moving and you tried to go back in the house, you were arrested.
They basically violated everybody.
Not a town, not a little area, millions of people at the same time. You bet not move. So I don't know. I don't know how to get out of that exactly. I gotta holler at Zero. I don't know where Zero at. Gotta holler at Zero because I don't see nobody in the neighborhood going, we gonna get together and fight this fucking Bearcat because they only gave us an hour, but they've been preparing for this shit for months because that's what it really is.
Yeah.
There's no way all of those agencies just locked up a city like that and they weren't prepared already months or years in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had Event 201 about 2 years before all this stuff, so of course they've been on it. They don't expect for us to be abreast of stuff like that. But I ain't mean to cut you off, sir.
Well, they know most people won't pay attention.
Well, here's gentlemen, we are now in far different water than the show, and I welcome this water. I dig shit like this. On this subject, what you are discussing right now is, I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but there was a time when we were seeing all over the place tanks on trains, and nobody would address why. Wasn't batting an eye seeing military tanks and armament on its way somewhere on a train that nobody really knew where it was going. It was just going. Well, I tell you where that somewhere was. That somewhere is any town, USA, because we are going to have to lock this son of a bitch down over something. We're not sure what it is we're going to have to lock it down over, but it's definitely going to have to be locked down over something. My guess, the dollar. That has always been my guess, is that they are propping all this shit up until they can come up with a scheme to keep all these people in place when the dollar collapses. And it's gonna. Like I'm sitting here, it's gonna. It's only a matter of time before it does.
I hope we gone.
Well, I don't think you're gonna be that lucky. I sincerely don't think you're gonna. I don't think your luck's gonna run that way. I think that
Shit, I can probably tell you how they're gonna do it. They get it in 3 other places already.
Okay,
Yep.
and we could that's the shit.
Yep.
Is that this has been niggas have a problem planning a family reunion. These people have been planning this shit for decades. For decades. You don't get the gentrifying of every major city at the exact same time without some master planning. And this planning came from the master. You can really, really believe that. So
this is what they did in 3.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They did it in India, in Kenya, and in Venezuela.
Yeah,
Long
it's a
story
script
short,
they're doing it to now.
they introduced the money, like the CBDC they got now. They introduced it, they put it in the news, and then they rolled it out. Well, when they rolled it out, the citizens like, nah, I'd rather have my cash than have your card. And then they go, oh, is that right? So in Kenya, only 0.3 of the population, 0.03, sorry, 0.03 of Kenya's population are Kenya or Nigeria. Why am I thinking about Nigeria? Yeah, it's Nigeria because that's where my homie from. So yeah, it's Nigeria, not Kenya. 0.03 of the population signed up for the digital currency out there. So what they did was phase 2, because this ain't shit they made up on the fly. Phase 2 was to then say, we're printing new money. Okay. We're going to exchange all your dollars for this new money. Your old money ain't no good. All right. Then they slowed up on the printing to where they only gave the people $40 a day. You can only pull out $40 a week in cash to live off of in cash. Well, the problem was they said in Nigeria, you had to live on $44 a day. So now there's a cash deficiency on purpose. So now you can't buy things that you normally would buy, i.e. food. You couldn't buy food for your family now if you didn't have basically their money. And if you had enough money, at this point, it was just a wait you out situation. How long are you going to starve your children before you do what we say? So then when they got it up to about 35% of people signing up because, you can't buy a fucking apple, they kind of let it go because they started tripping and people out there started really tripping and they was like, all right, we will it down. So then they got it to about 50-50 now. But they starved their people out in order to get the money, to get them to accept the money.
They always find ways to fuck with people. That's all. They've been doing that kind of shit. They're gonna see what people can tolerate. Who's gonna put up the most resistance.
Right.
And figure after a while you're gonna give up. You're gonna do what we want you to do anyway. So we'll wait it. They had the means to wait it out better than the citizens do. So yeah, they're gonna pull all kinds of foolishness. They just all they really do is bringing all this comic book shit to life.
Yeah.
People don't really pay attention to. If you read those books back in the day, they're like X-Men, Avengers, all that stuff was in those books. Everything they do now is in those books, just under a different name. But people don't pay attention. They think it's fantasy. They think it's all fantasy.
Ragnarok. All that's talking about the end or the destruction of what has been in place already. Yeah, most definitely right about that.
Well, gentlemen, as we enter, as we segue over into this type of conversation.
It is way off topic.
What's that?
I say it is a bit off topic.
No, I don't mind. Because I like when the conversation strays. I don't have an issue with the conversation straying from the subject because it all becomes clippable. Because you cast dry bombs in here. That's one of the reasons that I dig the panels that show up. But as we discuss this something's about to hit the fan scenario that we are the ones that can feel. As we discuss that, what becomes painfully clear and important as I kick all you niggas out, what becomes painfully important is the assembly of you. Because we don't know what the fuck is next. We don't know if, and please take that in love, those of you who may not know, or this might be maybe Stan White, this is your first time getting kicked the fuck out. I kick everybody. My cousin Annis, I love, it's my family. I kick her the fuck out. I kick everyone the fuck out. At the end of the show, I kick you the fuck out. As we hurl toward whatever the fuck is next, I can guarantee you are not going to be able to navigate it without the mindset that we need. And D Block hit the nail on the goddamn head. We are actually still on topic because who is in your house is important. In okay, damn it. Okay, here's what's got to happen. Here's I ain't done this in a while. Sit still, D Block. Sit still. I got it. Because you dovetailed everything, which is what I was going to say before I got off, before I left today. So I'm gonna have to start the camera back up. And I'm gonna have to start officially my 1 month mulling journey. I'm gonna have to start it on my man Stanley D-Rock the Block White. I got to start it on that comment right there. Okay. I gotta mute it so that we can get this right. Today's big pull of the day goes to Stanley D-Rock the Block White. Okay. Because y'all know I'm either high or asleep generally. My conversation wanders. And these crazy ass Jedis that come up here, who I am thankful for, that came up to see the show. Thank y'all for coming up today to see the show. I'm so grateful. I really am. But these people that come up to see the show or to comment on the show, not only do they follow me down the rabbit hole, they dig other rabbit holes. And I freaking love it. I love it. One of my star pupils, young Jedi Master Bruce, took a hard left tangent, hard left turn, and started discussing money in Nigeria. You need to look that up with your dumb ass. He started discussing money in Nigeria. And then I put on top of that the collapse of the dollar and tanks on trains and all this other stuff that I'm normally talking about. And at the end of it, there was question as to whether we were still on topic. D-Rock the Block comes back with this. We are actually still on topic because who is in your house is important in these times. We are rapidly approaching a time when it is going to be hard to keep honest people honest. Somebody's at my door. That would be my dog. I'm gonna have to get his ass. We are rapidly approaching a time. That's all right, baby. That's all right. You found the pink leash? Where was it?
It was in the laundry room.
Okay.
Hey, stop.
Out. Oh, you're tearing paper up. Bye, Maceo. Bye. Bye. There, honey. Thank you. Thank you. Get my new dog. You look cute today. I like that. I want to get you down. Out, Maceo. Go, mommy. Out. Jesus. No. Baby, you gotta be niggerish with him. Get your ass out of here. Here. See, excuse me. Sorry about that. Where was I? Yes. So important in these times. Let him go down the steps. When you get ready to go downstairs, are you closing him in the guest room? If you gonna go down the steps with him, baby, let the leash go. Get him hold of him when you get downstairs. I don't want to hear. So yeah, just let him go. Anyway, who is in your house is important in these times because these times are about to change, y'all. Hard. They're turning up the fire slow, but the water's getting hotter and hotter. Understand, when they turn up the fire, the result of that is not just high fire, it's hotter water. Watch who's in your house and ask yourself why. That's going to be dope, D-Rock the Block, when I cut that together. That's why I do all that. Let's see. So now, let's go back and bring it back up. You got to be kidding me, Annis. He still remembers Maceo's name? Yeah, a damn dog. He's a hoodlum. He's a hoodlum, Andrew. He's a fucking hoodlum. He really is. And you have to deal with him like a. You got to deal with him like a hoodlum. You can't. No, Andrew. He doesn't like weed as much as his sister does. He doesn't, because it slows him down, and he knows it. He doesn't, or so I understand. So yes, people, to get back where we were, I can't overemphasize the importance of wisdom and vigilance and getting ready from every angle. And shout out to Jedi Master, young Jedi Master Bruce. Bruh, good looking out on that article, on that subject. I strongly suggest you look up Nigeria and money. I didn't know about it. I need to know about that kind of shit. And so do you. Because keeping yourself abreast in these times is how you stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Jeff. I'm out.